Shane, let's get her going.
Is it? I've got Megan from Trees for here. Is that everyone up?
Yeah, let's get them up. We're going to start right in with Arbor Day. We're waiting for the light to come on, but as soon as it comes on, we're ready to go. We're ready. All right, could we bring the folks up that are going to be part of our Arbor Day presentation? Shane, come on up. Before I get started, I'm going to let Shane jump in, say a couple words, and I think he's got a couple members of his group one that wants to say a couple things also. Shane.
Hey there, everyone. I'm Shane McQuillan, the City Forester for City of Des Moines, and we're here to read the proclamation for Arbor Day that's coming Friday. And I got a bunch of different people involved in trees in the city in various different ways, and everyone up here, even the smallest one, has had some part to do with planting a tree. I'd like to introduce Megan Schneider, the Director of Programs from Trees Forever, one of our planting partners that we work with, our main planting partner, and who are part of Growing Futures, an awesome program we're running here at the city.
Thanks, Shane. I just wanted to say that we have a lot of work to do within the city of Des Moines, and we're able to plant a lot of trees and make a lot of difference because of our really collaborative partnership with the city of Des Moines. We're very thankful for that. Our Growing Futures program is a teen employment program. So we employ youth from high schools around the city, 14 to 18-year-olds, to help us plant and water trees. Something that we're really proud of is this year we had 86 applicants for 12 positions. So word is getting out that it's a good organization, the teens like it. And we also do professional development and life skills training with them. So Lexi Nelson is in charge of our Growing Futures program. And then Karen Sikowski, I think I said it right, just started with us with Trees Forever. So we have a growing team as well that is really strong and we're proud of. And then just one anecdote from a planting on Saturday. We were planting on the southeast side on Hart Avenue. And we had a resident come out and ask, are these trees for us? And why did we get chosen? We're kind of poor, and she was just so excited that the city would plant in her area. And we find, we have people that are a little bit upset sometimes, but for the most part, people are very thankful for the work that we do in partnership with the city. So thank you.
So I personally, and I know the council wants to thank all of you for the work that you do. We all went out and helped plant some trees the other day. On the northeast side, and we plant 40 trees, I think, up there. And so it's all about managing our urban forests and expanding it because they're some of our greatest sequesters of carbon. And a grown tree sequesters tons of carbon. So thank you for all the work that we do, and let's try to protect the remaining elderly forests that we have, as well as to fill in the new ones. But quickly, our personal proclamation, which is today, celebrates Arbor Day. Today marks the 151st celebration of Arbor Day, a day set aside for planting trees for the next generation to reap the benefits from. And whereas this day marks Iowa's 149th celebration of Arbor Day, and the city strives to maintain a robust urban canopy for its residents and guests, and whereas trees help the city of Des Moines achieve goals outlined in the Urban Forestry Master Plan by providing climate adaptation, greenhouse gas mitigation, green infrastructure, outdoor air and water quality, and enhanced business retention and development. And whereas the residents of Des Moines are embracing opportunities to increase the urban tree canopy through the Growing Futures Planting Partnership, Tiny Trees Program, and the Urban Nursery Program. And whereas the city of Des Moines has been recognized as a Tree City USA for 31 straight years, and a Growth Award City for 24 years by the National Arbor Day Foundation. and desires to continue our reforestation and management programs towards ensuring the future of our urban forest trees. Now, therefore, I, the mayor of the city of Des Moines, on behalf of our city council and the residents of Des Moines, do hereby proclaim April 28th of 2023 is Arbor Day, and I encourage all of our residents of the city of Des Moines to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to plant, maintain, and celebrate our urban trees and woodlands. So thank you all. Let's give everybody a hand up here. Let's tighten up, team. Can we get a little tighter? Do we need to be a little tighter? Can we do it? Congratulations. Good job. Who's here that's going to represent for Law Day? Come on up. Good afternoon. No. You want to say a couple things? There you go.
The Polk County Bar Association sponsors a Law Day competition every year for students of all ages, kindergarten through 12th grade. This Law Day competition has been happening for 35, 40 years, maybe more. So it's a great way to teach our students about our democracy, about our legal system, about our justice system, and most importantly, this year's theme was civics, civility, and collaboration. What important 3 words for all of our young people and adults to learn. So we greatly appreciate all of the participation of so many schools in Des Moines and around Polk County. And we thank the city of Des Moines for this proclamation.
So our proclamation reads as follows. Since 1961, the legal community has held an annual event to celebrate the role of law in society and to cultivate a deeper understanding of the legal professional promoting order and civility. And whereas the legal community seeks to encourage our youth to explore and understand how law and the legal process protect our liberties and strive to achieve justice and contribute to the freedoms that all Americans share. And whereas the Law Day 2023 theme is Cornerstones of Democracy, Civics, Civility, and Collaboration, reflecting that the incivility in public discourse and insufficient understanding among many people about the Constitution and the way American government works. Together, however, we can collaborate to overcome our differences, resolve our disputes, and preserve our democracy. And to that end, we call on members of the legal profession to lead the way by promoting civics, civility, and collaboration, the cornerstones of democracy. And whereas the Polk County Bar Association joins with the Iowa State Bar Association and the American Bar Association in recognizing the importance of adhering to and following the fundamental principles of Law Day, May 1st, 2023. Now, therefore, I, the mayor of the city of Des Moines, on behalf of our city council and the residents of Des Moines, do hereby proclaim May 1st, 2023 as Law Day, and we encourage all of our residents of the city to support and promote the participation of our youth in this celebration. Thank you for your work. You bet. Let's get a quick little. Now, we've got a very extra special presentation here today, and I want to have our Councilmember Gatto come up, and any of our other council members who would like. We've got a very special team from Grandview Christian Basketball Team. We'd like you all to come up, if you will, and get up here by us, as many of you that are here. Gather around, you guys. A couple of you could probably stand behind and
This is Ward 2, Mayor, so I'm going to be.
all right, absolutely. And any of the rest of the council that wants to step up here with us, come on up. This is a big time. And might as well tuck in, you guys. These guys can see over you, I guarantee it.
Try to shoot over it.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't want to shoot over. All right. This is a certificate of special recognition that we're going to present to the Grandview Christian Basketball Team. The City of Des Moines issues this certificate of special recognition to Grandview Christian Basketball Team and head coach Dave Stubbs. Grandview Christian's basketball team finished out the season with a 63-46 victory to win the Class 1A championship title. This is the fourth state tournament championship for the school and comes at the end of an undefeated season. Each member of this team contributed skills and talent that brought them to this point. The ability to play as a well-functioning team is indicative of championship spirit. We are proud of this team and the accomplishments they bring to our community. Congratulations to all you guys for a job well done. Let's get this out of the way. Where's our coach? Right here. Coach, we got to get you up here. We're going to get a picture. We're going to hand you this. Everybody squeeze in, get tight. Come on, guys. All right, now I got to ask you, how many are seniors? We got a couple. How many are going to sit back next? We can do it again? South Florida. Do it again? Yeah. All right.
Somebody better say it.
You bet.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks.
Dave.
Thanks so much. Congratulations. Understand you're going away. You're not going to play in Iowa. No, I'm going to South Florida.
He is going to go to South Florida. Nana will be back. Yeah, I'm going to be back.
All right.
He'll be ready to go. Well, you can't. I just got to get him up there. Finally, when he learned to stand straight up, you can't hit him.
All right. Can we shut that door? There we go. It's coming. It's coming. Carl. Thank you.
Did you do that telepathically?
Yeah. Carl asked for it to be closed and it just closed right up. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our April 24th Des Moines City Council meeting. We've had some really nice presentations, and congratulations to our basketball players. And I want to also thank, sitting right out here, Garland Armstrong. Garland, he helped us kick off the mayor's annual bike ride. Carl and I were down there freezing, but there we were. And we got it going, and I got to tell you, there is not a louder voice to kick off the mayor's bike ride than Garland. So hey, look at there, look at he's got his T-shirt on. But we had, what do you think, Carl? 100, 150 probably down there.
Frozen people, yes.
Yeah, frozen people, but.
So now, we've only heard his inside voice in these chambers.
No, yeah, no. We don't want to hear the outside voice here today. But I've got to tell you, he can push it out. So, thanks, Carlin. My pleasure. All right, any rate, as we kick it off, we're going to call the meeting to order, and I'm going to ask the clerk to please take roll.
County,
Here.
Boson,
Here.
Voss,
Here.
Westergaard, here. Mandelbaum,
Here.
Gatto.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Item I is amending the procedural rules of the City Council.
Move.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Ask everybody to vote.
6 yes.
Item 2 is approving the agenda as presented and/or as amended. And quickly, let me look. We've got item 4I, which was added. It's approving a Class C liquor license for the Smoking Goat Pub at 3015 Merle Hay Road, Suite 1, pending approval of the Building and Zoning Departments. And they are anxious to get going, but they're waiting for their approvals. So if we approve, it will go forward upon that approval with our vote today. It's been moved,
Second.
and that's been seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, and so with that, also, I will ask for the approval of the agenda as presented and/or as amended.
Move.
Second.
All right, been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposition? Hearing none, that item moves forward. Item 3 is approving the consent agenda tonight. Those are items 3 through 47. Item 4H, Councilmember Gatto is going to abstain. And item 6, I vote no.
Acknowledge it.
Okay, and the manager quickly wants to acknowledge an item on 38.
Council's aware that we received communication on item 38 as part of the consent from a Mr. Jack Porter, so you have that on file as well.
Do I need to make a motion to receive and file that?
That'd be great.
I'll make a motion to receive and file Mr. Porter's sheet that he handed out.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And I'll make a motion to move item 3.
And I'll second it.
All right, ask everybody to vote on that one.
6 yes.
All right. Takes us to item 48. Item 48, quickly, I'll read the rules for those that are interested. As a reminder, for the zoning items only, which are items 48 to 51, we will hear from the parties in interest and then from the general public. The parties in interest are either the applicant or somebody within 250 feet who received a notice from the city, and we'll ask them to step forward. After they have spoken, then we'll ask for the general public to step up, and we'll hear your comments. And but again, do not step up to the microphone unless you are that zoning applicant or the one of the people that has received a notice. If you speak out of line, you will be notice that you are, if you're not compared to the list, you will not be recognized, and you will be looked at as disruptive. So we don't want that to happen. For other items this evening, any interested party may make germane comments at not to exceed 1 minute per person to a maximum of 5 minutes per hearing, unless the hearing is ended sooner for failure to make those germane comments or when the comments cease. As a reminder, on the public improvement items, only comments as to the plans, the specifications, the form of documents, and the engineer's estimate and the low bidder are germane to those items. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Item 48 is one of those zoning items, it looks like to me. On a request from Archer Daniels Midland Company, Mike Kuntz is the officer to amend Plan DSM, creating our tomorrow plan to revise the future land use classification from industrial and parks and open space to industrial, and to rezone the property located in the vicinity of 1935 East Euclid Avenue from F, Flood District, and I-2 Industrial District to Limited I-2 Industrial District to allow an addition to an existing structure and other improvements. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above, and B is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by the applicant and requires 6 votes. Let's quickly open it up. Is the applicant here? Would you like to step up and make any comments? Don't have to. Anybody else who is a party in interest? Seeing none. Any comments from the general public on this item? Seeing none. Council?
Move item 48.
I'll second.
Item 48 A and B have been moved and seconded. Ask everybody to vote.
6 yes.
Item 49 is on a request from Noel Fernandez, who's the owner, to amend Plan DSM, creating our tomorrow plan to revise the future land use classification from low-density residential to low-medium-density residential, and to rezone 2021 Clark Street from N5 Neighborhood District to a limited N5-2 Neighborhood District to allow the reuse of the existing structure for a duplex use. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above, and B is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver, again, is requested by the applicant and requires 6 votes. Let's quickly ask, is the applicant here?
He's back here.
Okay. Did you want to make any comment? No? Okay. Any other parties in interest? Any general public comments on this item? Seeing none, council?
I'll move 49A and B.
I'll second it.
Okay, 49A and B moved and seconded. Ask everyone to vote.
6 yes.
Okay, item 50. Item 50 is on a request from JW Congregation Support, Inc. Archer Malone is the officer for review and approval of the Second Amendment to the Airport Crossroads PUD conceptual plan on the property located at 7700 Fleur Drive to allow the construction of a place of worship with asphalt shingles and composite lap siding building materials which are prohibited within the PUD. Let's go ahead and ask, are there any members of the public that would like to speak on this?
I'll move item.
Five yes, 1 no. Motion passes.
Item 51 is on a request from the Des Moines Community Playhouse. David Kilpatrick is the officer for review and approval of a Second Amendment to the Des Moines Community Playhouse PUD conceptual plan on the property located at 831 42nd Street to allow the construction of a 2,700 square foot building addition with associated utilities, parking, and drives, and within the PUD. Again, let's ask, are there any members of the public who would like to speak to this item?
Good afternoon. My name is David Kilpatrick.
Would you like to
Just a
step?
minute. They
Thanks,
moved
David.
You'd think I could find a microphone. Good afternoon. My name is David Kilpatrick, the executive director there, and I just wanted to say this is a project we've been working on. It's totally self-contained within our property. It is not changing anything except to give us 2 additional parking spots, handicap parking spots. So it's going to be serving the community even better. And just thank you for this consideration.
All right. Anybody else from the general public who would like to speak?
Seeing no one else, I'll move item 51.
Okay, item 51 has been moved and multiply seconded.
6 yes.
Item 52 is on the 2023 citywide PCC pavement patching program resolution approving the plan specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder as TK Concrete, Inc. Tony J. Vermeer is the president, $2,487,830. Council Communication number 23-208. A is the approval of the contract and bond and permission to sublet. We'll open it up. Is there any member of the public who would like to make comment on this item?
If,
Your Honor, I'll move item 52 and 52A.
I'll second.
Item 52, 52A have been moved and seconded.
6 yes.
All right. Let's note that it's 5:14, and that ends our hearings. Takes us to item 53. Item 53 is amending Chapter 2 of the Municipal Code relating to the city manager's authority for executing certain real estate documents and adding the city manager's authority for administrative settlements and condemnation awards. Council Communication number 23-211. A is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by the engineering department and requires 6 votes. Council, any thoughts?
If not, I'll move 53 and 53A.
Ask everybody to vote. It's been moved and seconded. Linda?
6 yes.
Item 54 is amending Chapter 114 of the Municipal Code regarding traffic regulation changes as follows. Council Communication number 23-207. A is a speed limit modification on Hull Avenue between East 14th and Delaware Avenue. B is a parking modification, from Monroe Elementary School at 30th Street and Hickman. C is a parking modification at 24th Street between Carpenter Avenue and University Avenue. And D is a parking modification Broad Street between Southwest 7th Street and South Union Street. Council, any thoughts?
If not,
Comment about number A, Hull Avenue between East 14th and Delaware. We've done a couple of traffic studies there. It didn't qualify for traffic calming, but we are lowering the speed limit. It was 30 and we're going down to 25, which is just exactly what we talked about this morning in a workshop about how we should be lowering some of these speeds. So with that, I'd move 54, A, B, C, and D.
I'll second.
Wait.
And wait,
Yes, absolutely. Waive the second and third reading.
I'll
Thank
second
you.
that also.
Pursuant to 42A.
Been moved, seconded, and amended.
6 yes.
All right. We have a few speakers this evening, and again, for those persons wishing to speak this evening under the public speaking items, we will only be calling on those who have registered to speak. All speakers must comply with the rules regarding their names and addresses, or they will not be recognized to speak. Each of the 5 speakers this evening will receive up to 2 minutes each to make their comments. Please keep your own time, because at the end of the 2 minutes, the clerk will announce time, and the speaker's mic will be closed, and we'll immediately move to the next speaker. We want to hear from our residents, and we encourage residents to be respectful of others' viewpoints that are different from their own. And let's go ahead and get started. Our first speaker this evening is Denver Foote. Is Denver Foote here? Let's move on. Bridget Botkin.
Hi, my name is Bridget Botkin. My pronouns are she, hers, and I wanted to use my public speaking time to ironically speak on Council's recent move to restrict what can and cannot be submitted for public comment. This falls into a wider pattern of making frequent rule changes since the 2020 uprising, for lack of a better word. Interestingly, from the period of like 1980 to 2020, there were maybe 10 amendment changes to how public comment was governed. And in the past few years alone, there have been 10 changes. So it sounds like people are really getting under your skin. What bothers me about this is that this appears to be largely retaliatory. As always, doing things the right way to comment at Des Moines City Council meetings leads to council whittling down what is the right way. The proposed amendment's actual text is incredibly unclear and lays out a really odd process involving the city clerk reviewing materials before sending them on to council. But if that's going to be the process, what's stopping people from just emailing you all whatever we have to send? The point of public comment is that not only do you see it, but everyone gets to see you see it. And in taking that away, you're further limiting the public's ability to comment. And it makes you look really weak and really cowardly. Additionally, I want to point out that the city has now paid out $95,000 to Jared Clinton for abuse at the hands of the Des Moines Police Department. This is the second settlement to Jared Clinton for racist DMPD stops. And then I guess with the rest of my time, never mind. Have a great day, guys.
Our next speaker is Janice Hawkins.
Watch out for the cord.
Hi, I'm Janice Hawkins, and I'm here today to let you know that No Mo May is coming up in the following week. And I know I'm not quite ready for it. I have packets for each of you that I haven't quite finished assembling yet. But I'll continue on it. Maybe I'll have them done before the end of the evening. But we want to thank the city for the proclamation and for encouraging, the community to move towards a sustainable direction, whether it's something that doesn't seem very large to things that are, massive. So thank you very much for that, and we will be providing you with information. And we also want to ask you to perhaps function as our ambassadors. And by that I mean whenever you have the opportunity to talk with your citizens, your constituents, about what's going on in the city, that you might mention that it might be something that they want to participate in. So that's why I'm here, and that's what it's for. And again, thank you for your support, and we look forward to you working with us.
Next speaker, Carolyn Ulanegi Walker.
The document camera.
Carolyn Eulenhake Walker, 4111 Ingersoll Avenue in Des Moines. The city of Des Moines will soon be coming out with a climate action plan called ADAPT. And I wanted to connect that to the No Mow May. What steps individuals take on a small piece of yard is very much connected to the steps the city will be taking with the new climate action plan that's coming up. I wanted to point out what we know about No Mow May. First of all, it does not mean not mowing. It means mowing less, or it means adding native plants mostly. But I wanted to point out the single largest irrigated crop that we have, way above our agricultural crops, need 9 billion gallons of water each day. That's our lawns. I want to point out 80 million pounds of pesticides annually are killing our plants and pollinators just on our lawns. This is not the farmers' pesticides. In 2018, according to the Washington Post, August 2022, mowers and leaf blowers guzzled 3 billion gallons of gas just in that season of mowing, same as 6 million cars driven for a year. Lawns have 10% of the absorbing capacity of our natural woodlands and our native plants that we recommend planting instead of Kentucky bluegrass. U.S. lawns use 10 times more fertilizer than any of our agricultural crops, which leach into our streams, our ponds, our rivers, and our oceans, causing algae blooms. And pollinators, our deer pollinators are declining in huge numbers, and they support our food system, as we've mentioned before. 1 out of 3 bites, and grass feeds them. Okay. Anyway, there is a connection, and
We have to move on to our
okay,
next speaker.
I'm sorry.
Carolyn.
There is a connection to the two. Good job,
Our next speaker is Joanne Muldoon. Joanne here? I don't see Joanne.
I'll move receive and file 55 A, B, C, D, and E.
Okay. Been moved and seconded. Let's ask everybody to vote.
Six yes.
All right, they've been received and filed. It's been moved to adjourn. Been seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any dissension? Speak up now. Hearing none. This meeting is adjourned. Want to thank you all for attending, and appreciate your participation in our council meetings.